Hey guys, Matt here. This is my review of Wreck-It Ralph. This movie is directed by Rich Moore. The movie stars John C. Reilly, Jack McBrayer, Sarah Silverman, and Jane Lynch. Now the plot of this movie takes place inside the game Wreck-It Ralph. Much like in Andy's room in Toy Story, whenever the arcade closes and all the lights get turned off, all the video games come to life. And it's inside the game Wreck-It Ralph that Ralph notices that the hero of the game, Felix Fix-It, who's like Mario, he is constantly praised and he can win over the people, and he's given this gold medal. And Ralph figures, well, if I can get a gold medal, people will look at me as a hero and I'll get all the attention. So he game hops from game to game, trying to prove to everyone that he's a good guy, when in fact it's not until he meets a couple colorful characters that he ends up proving to himself that he's not a bad guy after all. He's a good guy. Now, like many of you, I saw the trailer and I saw the Bad Guys Anonymous part with Bowser and Zangief and Bison and the Ghost from Pac-Man, and I thought Ralph was going to take part in each one of those video games. And even though it did have classic Nintendo and Sega characters in the movie, that wasn't really the main focus, but that was okay because it didn't keep me from laughing and enjoying this movie. Now, don't get me wrong. This movie did have a bunch of characters from a bunch of different video games. There's a scene where they have like this grand central station area, and it did have me going, oh, there's so-and-so, oh, I know that person, you know. And there was more to this movie than just, you know, looking for different video game characters and stuff. And it was okay because there was a lot of parts in this movie, jokes included, that, you know, would have gone over kids' heads that only adults would have gotten, or just video gamers in general. Now let me start with the acting in this movie. John C. Reilly as Wreck-It Ralph. At first, as I'm watching the movie, all I could really think was, that's John C. Reilly. That's John C. Reilly. You know, that's John C. Reilly's voice. And that was it. But over the course of the movie, I stopped thinking, okay, that's John C. Reilly playing a voice, and I actually just started believing, hey, that's Wreck-It Ralph, a character, and I really, really like that. And Jack McBrayer as Felix Fix-It, just great, great. Jane Lynch as the hero's duty, like sergeant character, good job on her part. She played, you know, the tough woman. And then Sarah Silverman as Penelope in the Sugar Rush world. She made this movie, I'm telling you. I mean, yeah, John C. Reilly was there to, you know, add to her quips and, you know, play off of her, but Sarah Silverman really knocked it out of the park in this one. We have a couple other colorful characters in this movie as well, including the King, but I'm really glad that there wasn't, you know, a character that was constantly on screen, constantly being shoved down our throats. There wasn't anybody that was on screen for too much, and then again, there weren't any characters that were on screen for too little. They all shared good screen time, we all got to see enough of them, and I really didn't tire of any of the characters. Now, the acting was good, the special effects were also really good. This movie was right up there with Toy Story, where I could tell, you know, what things were. Things didn't look too cartoonish, and yet things didn't look too real as well. Now, the music in this movie was pretty good, and overall it's just a fun adventure, and you'll laugh. You will laugh in this movie. And there's also parts that make you go, oh, you know, just like in the Toy Story movies. There's scenes that'll make you laugh out loud that you really didn't expect, including the Nestle Quicksand and the cops and a whole bunch of other things. But there's also parts that'll tug at your heartstrings a bit. Now, I personally would have liked to have seen Ralph become involved with different or more video games than the ones they used, but it's okay because it didn't take away from the story at all. So because this was an unexpected surprise, but it ended up just being really cute, from rating of 1 to a 5, I'm going to give Wreck-It Ralph a 3.5. So if you're a fan of John C. Reilly or video games in general, or even good old family fun, check this movie out. So until next time, guys, see ya.